Today I am going to take a lecture of operation research under chapter number 6 decision theory. So in our previous lecture we have already seen in the decision making under uncertainty, and the second method is the decision making under risk with probability. Okay, so here the decision making under risk with probability. So under this the decision maker will take the decision while considering the risk. Okay, under uncertainty, so decision maker will take the decision according to best way for doing any work. Okay, but decision under risk, that means this is the decision maker will take decision while considering the risk. That means we can say that the decision maker will also develop the probability for various alternatives. Okay, so according to probability, we have the various alternatives, and according to alternatives and probability, we find here the two types of the method. Two types of the method is expected monetary value and opportunity loss criterion. Okay, so expected monetary value, this is in the maximization form, profit form, but opportunity loss criterion, this is the minimum form. Okay, so here the expected monetary value, that means this method will require calculation of expected monetary value for each act using probability. Okay, but in the opportunity loss criterion, so this method will require calculation of expected opportunity loss criterion for each activity using probability. That means one conclusion is that the decision making under risk with probability, that means in every question we are given in the probability. Okay, so our first method is expected monetary value. Okay, so according to for finding the expected monetary value, we have the probability, and this probability already given in our question. Okay, so let's start our example. Depends on the expected monetary value. So this is the example of the decision under risk for expected monetary value. The question is the payoff of three acts A, B, C and the states of nature P, Q and R are given below. So here we are given in the matrix form for state of nature P, Q, R and the alternatives A, B, C. So here the state of nature P, Q, R and act A, B, C. So here the alternative A is minus 35, 250 and 550. Okay. The second alternative is 120, minus 350 and 650. Okay. And the C alternative is minus 100, 200 plus 700. So here minus 35, that means the loss. Okay, minus 350, that means loss if we choose the B alternative according to Q. Okay, minus 100, that means loss if we choose the C alternative according to state of nature P. Okay, so next we are given in the question the probability of the state of nature are 0.5, 0.1 and 0.4. So this type of question, that means expected monetary value, so always given the probability in your question. Okay, so 0.5, 0.1 and 0.4 respectively. So state which act can be chosen as the best act. Okay, so we find the best act for best alternative. Okay, so this is the probability. That means we are given in the 0.5 P, 0.1 Q and 0.4. That means what? The loss of minus 35, the probability is 0.5. The profit of 250 for alternative A, the probability is 0.1. The profit of 550 for alternative A, the probability is 0.4. So this, we are given in the alternatives, state of nature and the probability, and we find the best act. Okay, so first we mark the table. So we find the table, that is first we write the state of nature. Okay, next one is the probability. Okay, and next one is the act. Got it? So here the state of nature is P, Q and R. Okay, and the probability is 0.5, 0.1 and 0.4. Got it? And the act is A, B, C. So we write here minus 35, 250 and 550. Okay, for alternative A. For B alternative 120 minus 350 and 650. Okay, and for third alternative minus 100, 200 and 700. Okay, so first we mark the table according to state of nature, probability already given in your question, and the act we here copy this all these values. Okay, so after that we find the expected monetary value. Okay, so we find the expected monetary value. So EMV. Okay, sometimes in your question paper for finding the EMV. So what is the stands for the EMV? EMV, that means expected monetary value. Okay, so EMV for A. Okay, so EMV for A. So we write here all for alternative A, multiply according to their probability. So minus 35 into 0.5 plus 250 into 0.1 plus 550 into 0.4. Okay, so we get the value. For EMV, that means expected monetary value for B. Okay, so we write here minus 120 into 0.5 plus minus 350 into 0.1 plus 650 into 0.4. Okay, so we get the value. And third one is the expected monetary value for C. Okay, expected monetary value for C. So we write here minus 100 into 0.5. Okay, plus 200 into 0.1. Okay, and last one is the 700 into 0.4. Got it? So first we mark the table according to state of nature already given in your question, probability also given in your question, and this table, that is act and the state of nature, we write here as it is. After that, for finding the expected monetary value, so we find the for respectively every act. That means expected monetary value for A, expected monetary value for B, and expected monetary value for C. Okay, so we write here E and B for A. So multiply by the act, the column according to their probability. So minus 35 into 0.5 plus 250 into 0.1 plus 550 into 0.4. Second one is for B, 120 into 0.5 minus 350 into 0.1 and 650 into 0.4. Okay, and for C, minus 100 into 0.5 plus 200 into 0.1 plus 700 into 0.4. Okay, so we get the value. First value is here we write the value of the for A, B, C. So 227 0.5 for first value. Second value is 285. Okay, and the third value is 250. Okay, so this is expected monetary values depend on the profit matrix. Okay, payoff profit matrix. So first we choose the maximum value. So maximum value is what? Maximum value is 285. So 285. This is the expected monetary value for B. Okay, so our answer is what? Our answer is alternative B is selected is equal to 285. Okay, so we write here alternative B is selected. Alternative B is selected is equal to 285. This is our final answer. Okay, 285. Okay, so our next example is depend on the opportunity loss matrix, and here we find the expected monetary value, that means according to EPPI minus expected monetary value. So with the help of this question, we find the expected opportunity loss. So we find the expected monetary value. We choose the maximum value, maximum number for alternative A, alternative B, and alternative C. We choose the maximum value. But expected opportunity loss. So first we mark the opportunity loss matrix. Okay, and we have already seen in our second lecture how we find the opportunity loss matrix. Okay, so here the state of nature PQR already given, probability 0 0.5, 0 0.1 and 0 0.4. So according to our act, our values given in minus 35, 120 and minus 100. Second value is 250, minus 350 and 200, and the third value according to R is 550, 650 and 700. So first we map the opportunity loss matrix. So what is the process for finding the opportunity loss matrix? Process is that we choose the maximum number according to row. Okay, so maximum value according to first row is 120. See your question. Okay, so 120 minus, we subtract all the values or all the elements in first row. So 120 minus, first value is minus 35, so we get 155 positive value. 120 minus 120 is equal to 0, and 120 minus minus 100 is equal to 220. Because of in the first row, according to our question, maximum value is 120. Okay, so in the second row, the maximum value is 250. Okay, so 250 minus 250 is equal to 0. 250 minus minus 350 is equal to 600, because of the second value is minus 350 in your question. Okay, and third one is the 250 minus 200, that is 30. Okay, in the third row, the maximum value is 700 in your question. Okay, so first we 700 minus first value is 550 according to A alternative, and the state of nature is R. So 700 minus 550 is equal to 150. 700 minus 650 is equal to 50, and 700 minus 700 is equal to 0. Okay, so we map the opportunity loss matrix, and our values, consider values is what? 155, 0, 150, 0, 600, 50, 220, 30 and 0. Okay, so just like for finding the expected monetary value E and V, we write here the expected opportunity loss EOL for A. Okay, the process is same. Process is that 155 into 0.5 plus 0 into 0.1 plus 150 into 0.4. Okay, that means expected opportunity loss for A. Okay, second one is the expected opportunity loss for B. Okay, so we write here 0 into 0.5, 0 into 0.5 plus 600 into 0.1 plus 50 into 0.4. Got it? Third one is the 220 into 0.5, that means expected opportunity loss for alternative C. Okay, so 220 into 0.5 plus 30 into 0.1 plus 0 into 0.4. Okay, so we get the value of first value is 137.5, second value is 80, and third value is 115. Okay, so we find all the three values, but we choose only one value for the alternative, which we select the alternative. But this question is in the opportunity loss, so we choose the minimum value. Got it? So our minimum value is what? Minimum value is 18. So according to 18, your opportunity loss is for B alternative. So here alternative, our answer is alternative B is selected for minimum loss. Okay, so alternative B is selected, is equal to 8. This is our final. Okay, so this is the example of the opportunity loss, that means expected opportunity loss. So we take only one example and finding the expected monetary value and expected opportunity loss. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this.